Marby girls. It's Wisdom Wednesday. Yay. And I am Chris Shippey. And I am a sales director in the James area. So I'm coming to you this Wednesday with a tip from your beautiful leader, Mary Folkrod, who asked me to jump on. And my tip is in regards to booking. Booking is the lifeline of our business. And Mary Kay used to say, and this is shocking, but if you have no bookings in your books, you're out of business. Anyway, but sometimes we don't know like how much we're really doing or not doing, right? And so having a systems are so important. So having a system for bookings. And first I'm going to give you some statistics, you guys, because these statistics always just blow me away. Did you know that on average, somebody will not respond to you until your 8th outreach, number 8. It takes 8 times for you to reach out to somebody before they respond. So when we reach out once or maybe twice and then we go, wah, wah, like, oh my gosh, crickets, they're not responding. It's not because they don't want to respond. It usually means that life has just gotten busy for them. So one of the things that I like to do when I'm on my 3rd round is, if I haven't heard back from the person, is I just say, hey, Susie Q, it's Chris with Mary Kay. I'm just checking in. Did you get my previous messages? Because a lot of times they've looked at it, especially if it's a text, they've looked at it and thought, okay, I'm going to respond, and then they forget and life gets crazy. Same thing with a voicemail. So that probably 80% of the time that people get back to me and go, oh my gosh, yes, I had XYZ going on, and they have life going on. So first of all, stop making it about you. It's not about you. They may just have some things going on in life. So, and then another stat that's in a similar percentage is 80% of sales are made on the 5th to 12th contact. 5 to 12, you guys. 80% of sales. So if you're only reaching out once or twice, your odds, that's probably part of why your odds might be what they are. So before I was a director and I wanted to get into DIQ, I realized that this was a piece that I really had to tighten up. This was a system I really had to create and make sure I had a tight system in place for booking. So love the Booking Babes. Now, this was not created by me. This was created by Whitney Wemhoff, probably like 4 or 5 years ago. But I will tell you, it's a way to track your outreaches, you guys. And this sheet is set up as 10 outreaches a day. And this is my sheet. It's all colored. I'm going to tell you really quick all those colors, what they mean. However, it's a way to track. And so you see it has the days of the week up here. Sundays I take off, so I do not make booking calls on that day. However, this is a great way to track, like, how many people are you really reaching out to? And in the beginning, it could just be your customers, right? But then I started with just any phone call I was making. And here's the deal, you guys, you don't have to start with 10. Even though there's 10 on each day, if you're not doing any booking calls right now and you do 2 a day for a week, and then do 2 a day for the second week, and then on the 3rd week, you're like, well, I did that for 2 weeks, so now I'm going to do 3 a day. Give yourself grace. Give yourself kudos for the fact that you've consistently done 2 a day and build up to 10. So I built up with, it started with any phone call, and then it became that I only track new people. So in the beginning, it was my customers, my team members, anybody that I was reaching out to, just to get myself in the habit of doing it. Okay. And when I debuted as a director 2 years ago, and I had been doing Booking Babes prior to DIQ and through DIQ, I had 784 days in a row of booking calls, other than Sunday. I mean, in a week, I was doing 5 to 6 days a week, and I had 785 days of booking calls, because we were doing a challenge where you had to do at least 3 days a week. Otherwise, you fell out of the group. And so 785. So there you go. It's how I became a director. So bookings are super important. So my tip for you today is figure out a system. How are you doing it? Even if you're taking a legal pad and you're just saying, okay, today I'm going to make 5 calls, and you write those names down, but you need to have a tracking system. So really quick, because I don't want this to go too long. I was only supposed to go 5 minutes, and I know I'm already over my 5 minutes. But the colors, I got to tell you about the colors. So when you write the person's name in, and you start on a Monday, okay, you highlight it in yellow when you make the outreach, okay? And this is all up here in the writing. And this is the way I did it. Then when they respond to me, I highlight blue. So these are the people that I'm in conversation with, the people with the blue, which is pretty darn good, right? Then if they say, hey, can you reach out to me later? I put orange, and then I go in my system to whatever, if they say 2 weeks out, I go to that date and I write their name on that date of the sheet. So I have a month to 2 months worth of these made up. Okay, so orange means follow up with me later. Blue means they're in conversation with me. Pink means that they've booked with me. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bookings in this was last week. Okay, and then purple are the people that I've shared with. So when I go to look at this, I know exactly where I'm at. So then at the end of the week on Sundays, what I do is I plan my next week, and I look at this sheet and I say, okay, who's yellow that I've had no response to? And I start filling in my sheet. That's the other thing with your system. Have the people already listed that you're going to call before the day that you're going to make your booking calls. So there you go. 8 outreaches before you reach somebody and book them. 80% of sales are done in between the 5th and 12th outreach. Have a booking system that shows you who you're reaching out to, what the response is, and when you need to reach back out to them. And if you are doing no booking calls today, then I would challenge you for the next week to reach out to 1 key person a day for 5 days. And then go back and look at it and increase it from there until you get to 10. Okay, there we go. Wisdom Wednesday. Have a rockin' day.